So the first and most foundational thing people do to join the movement with 350 PDX is to take action, to show up to protests, take the actions that we send out in our emails. Actions are the building blocks of campaigns and movements, and especially in this age of COVID and digital saturation, it's kind of hard to get people to show up or to do an online action like on Zoom or calling up politicians. So I highly encourage you to show up and take action whenever you can, even if it's just being another body in a crowd. Sometimes we send out an email with an action in it, and 3,000 people read it, and 30 people do the action. So this is my chance to say, please take the actions that we send out when we put them out there. So we have this great take action page on the website. You go to take action and click, or you go to things to do right now, both the same. And on here we have all the current actions that you can do. So you sign the pledge of action, like a petition thing, gather signatures. All our actions are on here. We keep it up to date all the time. So you can always go there and check what actions we have going on. Oops. Other ways to get more generally involved would be to come to our monthly in-person action night and our monthly virtual general meeting. So the in-person action nights, we started earlier this year, and the idea is that it's a place for us all to come together as a community. We have food and drink and booze and music and time for all those side conversations that we just can't have on Zoom. So we can catch up with each other, meet new other cool volunteers, meet the staff. I can meet new people. It's especially good for new folks trying to get involved. And at those action nights, we have a handful of action stations that you can move between at your own pace. And at each of them, there's a person with an action. So postcard writing, or phoning a city commissioner, or a brainstorm corner. We've had button making and an art build, those kind of things. And we've also done a couple of special action nights. So recently we did a pedal-palooza ride, like a bike ride through the city that ended with an action night in the park. And a couple of months before that, we did an open mic night where people brought their climate poetry and songs and performances. So the virtual general meeting, we've been a little less good at actually doing that every month. But it's a similar space that's more focused on trainings, having guest speakers, or having one of our teams present about what campaign they're working on. So both of those, by the way, I think we're going to take a break from in July. Summer's always a hard time to get people to come to stuff, and it's also it lets staff have a chance to take their vacation. So the next ones will probably be in August or maybe even early September. And beyond that, we've got community events, trainings. I do a volunteer orientation for new folks almost every month. And I also offer a one-on-one with every person who wants one. So those are all the general volunteer opportunities. But if you want to step up your involvement and have a more kind of consistent, ongoing role, that probably means joining one of our teams. Our teams all have between 5 and 30 people each. They tend to meet once or twice a month, and they're really the engines of the campaign work at 350 PDX. Each of them has a staff member involved, but they're pretty volunteer driven. So this is where you're going to find the roles that you can really dig your teeth into. So they're all listed here across the bottom of the screen. I'm not going to go into what each team is about right now, because it keeps changing, and I don't want to update this video every month. But luckily, our excellent communications manager, Julia, writes a fantastic monthly newsletter that has all the information about what each team is up to and how to get involved. So I'll link to that in the notes below. The way to get involved in a team is to look at that newsletter or to look at our website calendar, which will have the information about when the team meetings are, and then reach out to the team lead who is listed there, and then they'll give you some more information and invite you to the next team meeting. So those are some of the top ways of getting involved with 350 PDX.